Hello YouTube, I've got another high-low ranked game here with the teams being Lee Sin, Varus, Karthus, Jace, Leona versus Twitch, Kassadin, Thresh, Jarvan 4, and Renekton. Looks like the lane matchups are going to be Lee Sin versus Jarvan 4 in the jungle. At top lane, most likely going to be Jace versus Renekton. At mid lane, Karthus versus Kassadin. At bottom lane, Varus and Leona versus Twitch and Thresh. So as far as summoner spells go, nothing too out of the ordinary. We do have a teleport on the Karthus. I'm surprised he didn't run with the revive, because revive teleport Karthus is such a ridiculous thing. Such a ridiculous thing. Anyway, Twitch running a cleanse instead of a barrier or anything like that. And yeah, that's pretty exciting. As far as the high-low people, I'm aware of Otter here on the Twitch. And Stoning, I feel like I've spectated before, along with Vertebraker. I think I've spectated before. But Otter is the challenger player here. So keep an eye on him. I love watching good Twitches because I'm terrible with him. So, exciting! Hope you guys are enjoying all the content. I know my content sometimes doesn't always come out on a very consistent basis, but I hope you guys enjoy it regardless. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. So, let's match everybody up, try and get this all nice and fanciful. And that should do it. Okay, let's take a quick look at what everybody's running, starting with the blue team with the Lee Sin. Looks like he's running quite a bit of attack damage. 81 AD is a very large amount this early in the game, with a little bit of armor pen. Starting with the Varus. I'm not starting. Anyway, Varus running a ton of attack damage. 80 attack damage. That's a lot. No lifesteal. Anyway, Karthus looks like he decided to go with hybrid pen, Marks, and Quince. And then with some magic pen. So it looks like he is going that 2109, most likely. Jace here running with just a little bit of armor pen, a little bit of attack damage. Usually you see it the other way around with a lot more. And finally for the blue team, Leona, looks like she's running just a... She is running 921 or something along those lines because she does have that spell pen. It looks like they are trying to invade here. So we will see how effective that is. Starting with the purple team with the Twitch. Looks like he's running quite a bit of attack damage. He's got 2 lifesteal Quints. Oh my gosh, we didn't even see it.
30 seconds until minions
okay,
spawn.
so apparently Renekton face checked this bush, or did not expect all of them to come around. Oh, gets caught by Leona, who stuns him, and then everybody just dances all over his grave. Womp womp. That's the worst. The worst. So let's finish taking a look at what everybody's running. Leo, who were we on? Twitch, we did. Kassadin running a little bit of spell pen, nothing too exciting, only 23 AP. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary. Thresh running cooldown reduction, so he is pretty far into that utility tree, it looks like. So he's probably 0, 12, 18 or something along those lines. I don't know. Hard to tell. Jarvan running quite a bit of armor pen, just a little bit of attack damage. Renekton running quite a bit of attack damage, just a little bit of armor pen. So yeah, that's what everybody's running. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. And it looks like purple team is going to counter jungle because blue team is counter jungling them as well. So it's a counter jungle fest. Yay, yay. Both teams starting on their red buffs, so fun, fun. And we'll see. It looks like blue team might be running around here as a group. Just a little bit here. Oh god, Renekton. There's a ward. He manages to dash and slash through everybody and gets away nicely under to the safety of his turret. So that is definitely a plus. Meanwhile, at mid, Kassadin and Jace are duking it out. So apparently Jace decided to go mid instead. Karthus, the essential mid, decided to go in the 1v2 lane at bottom. And Leona and Varus decided to go 2v1 versus the Renekton. So some lane matchup swaps going on here. I'm not sure if this is a team game or what's going on exactly, but it seems like there's a little bit of coordination. They could be on at Skype at least. So, but it makes sense to have Jace versus Kassadin because he's less affected by the silences. Jarvan coming in from the behind here, doing some nice damage here. Setting up some ganks, but a nice flash manages to mitigate the knock-up there from the Dragon Strike banner combo. So, nice little play there from Jace, even though he probably should have realized that Cassidy was trying to bait him out. Meanwhile... Okay, so I'm going to do this. Because this more accurately matches them up, since Karthus and Renekton are in the 1v2s, so... Oh, here comes a dive here on this Karthus, but Lee Sin is there to support. Jarvan gets forced back just briefly, and Thresh misses the hook there, so unable to capitalize too much on this 3v2 push here at bottom lane, and it looks like they're just going to keep doing some nice damage here. They're trying to get them to come out from under the safety of their turret so Thresh can land a hook, and then Twitch can eat people, but, you know, you can't always get what you want. Blue team does have a slight gold advantage from getting that kill, even though most of the lanes are relatively even, with the exception of Varus being just a little bit ahead of this Twitch. He is approaching on 10 CS over. So, we'll see if that keeps up or what. Lee Sin looks like he did head back here and decide to get a second Doran's Blade there, so he is regenerating those 10 health every auto attack, so fun. Pretty calm game here after that initial gank. Taking it easy. Looks like Jace is still poking at this Cassin just a little bit. Who is starting to burn some of those pots. Karthus is still trying to range farm, and Karthus can farm fairly well at a range just because of his lay waste. But it looks like he's having a little bit of difficulty because those hooks are going to be super relevant whenever they land. But he can do a lot of AoE damage, so. But he is getting quite zoned by this Thresh, so that is very unfortunate. And it looks like Renekton's getting zoned just a little bit as well, but he is doing a little bit better job of managing to keep up. He does have a slight level advantage, while at bottom lane they're even right now. And they're already doing some pretty incredible damage to that turret. Renekton is still dancing around here, slashing and dashing all over the place, but taking some nice damage there from the Varus. But oh my gosh, what happened to you, Karthus? Stop that. There's the shield, there's the flay, manages to ensure the hook there. Twitch jumps over to that side, allows him to do some nice damage there. Almost picks up the kill, but health pot should be enough to keep him alive for now, so that that Twitch Venom does not destroy him. And now, looks like Caston and Lee Sin are playing around here at this mid lane. So, looks like Caston's trying to hold his own here, but he is much better at taking being an anti-mage than rather a mage, but flashes away there from the Lee Sin because the Lee Sin did scare him. So, Renekton looks like he's just waiting for his level 6. Just waiting. He's almost got it. And as soon as he gets level 6, I think he will eat these two. So Jarvan is coming. There is the dash and slash, but doesn't manage to really coordinate there too much with Jarvan, because if he managed to get that that coordination, they probably could have killed both of them. And Renekton is level 6. This is going to be very relevant. Jarvan is falling back into the bush. There is the ultimate, and there's the barrier there from Varus, and see if he can flash and keep away. And Ignite goes down on the Varus, but it looks like mid-turret managed to get picked up there as well. That Ignite managed to mitigate a lot of the damage there from Renekton and forced him away, but he is healing up quite nicely from those Kulva Meeks. There, his Q. It looks like Jace is coming, wants to play around here, manages to land a nice Q there on the Renekton, and now he is forced to run. Let's see if Lee Sin can land the Resonating Strike. Jukes back. Will it be enough? Jukes the Resonating Strike, but Jace manages to pick it up. Not Jace. Lee Sin manages to pick up the kill there, and it looks like bottom turret finally goes down. Karthus unable to defend that and goes down to the Twitch's expunge there. So, wump wump. And there's another turret. Blue team doing a good job of counter pushing here when this purple team is pushing on other lanes. So good work, blue team. Good work. Gold advantage is about 1,200 gold in blue team's favor. Even though there hasn't been a lot of deaths so far, there's been quite a bit of action, but not very many deaths. So that's cool. And as far as purchasing, we got Renekton with his Brutalizer now, which will allow him to do a lot more damage and use his spells that much more because Renekton loves him, that Brutalizer. And Jace decided to go with that Tear of the Goddess, so he has that additional mana pool to deal with because he likes spamming his spells like crazy. And also, it does build into that mirror mana, which gives him quite a bit of damage there later on, towards that later stages of the game. And look at that shiny new catalyst. Aw, it's so cute. Karth is going for, looks like he's going for big mana regen, that sort of thing. I'm surprised he hasn't built a tier before that catalyst, but it looks like he wants to get the lane sustain there from that catalyst, so. Fun! Thresh deciding to go with a quick Sightstone for that early map control. And blue team is warding up a storm, though. We'll see how well this purple team does at warding. He does have a pink ward here. We'll see if he decides to burn it here or decides to burn it in the dragon area. So looks like Jarvan is trying to do something sneaky here, but gets kicked in the face. Oh, actually, he just got caught. So womp. Lee Sin kicking him in the face, then picking up the kill. So fun. So fun. It looks like blue team is going to take advantage of having the enemy team's jungler down. And they're going to try and take out this dragon. It looks like they're going to get it just fine because Caston was nowhere near close enough to be able to contest that. And it looks like purple team is going to try and just keep farming here. But this blue team is getting out of control. Goal advantage is now almost 2.5k in their favor. And it looks like we've got a 3-man push here going at this bottom lane. Jace and Varus looks like they're going to be trying to push on this turret that much. And Lee Sin is over the wall threatening there. We're having all sorts of ward fights here. Pinks and greens and pinks. Just so much vision here from this purple team and blue team. And it looks like it's a 4v4 situation here, trying to start damaging this turret. But keep in mind, with Jace and Varus, they will do considerable amounts of damage to this turret here, just because they have so much range poke. Meanwhile, Karth is swapped to top lane to try and play with the Renekton, but I think Renekton kicks the crap out of Karthus, so womp. Jay's still poking there with his Shock Blast. And there's a nice Thresh ultimate, nice Varus ultimate to follow it up, and tons of damage going on everyone. It looks like Jarvan is going to get away, manages to pick up the Leona with the help of that turret, but Cassidy does go down in the process. Another nice Shock Blast there. And Karthus going down, getting a triple kill. What? And Karthus needed that, and now blue team will have a very strong push at this bottom lane. Oh, Karthus, you're so good sometimes. When you're good, but oh man. And there's a shutdown kill. Turret goes down. Gold advantage is now almost 5k. I guess it's only 4.5 in blue team's favor. And I think purple team might be able to get this top turret here by the way it's pushing. But Leona is coming up trying to defend it. Garth is getting that Rod of Ages. I just... so amused by that Karth is getting the triple kill. It's always funny. Always funny. So, Renekton just trying to take out this turret as much as possible. Leona is in the lane now. Manages to land the Zenith Blade, doing some nice stuns. But Renekton manages to get away just fine. And killing wards there for Thresh. That's like 4 wards he's killed, I think. Nice job there, Thresh. Doing your job there as a support. Looks like Twitch is going for big damage, going for that quick IE. He does also have a longsword in there, so maybe he's getting the Vam Sucher there. And the purple team, Kassadin, decided to go with the quick tier of the goddess. Looks like he's now building a catalyst, trying to go for that big meta pool so he can ult like crazy. I forget what that blue buff aura means on him. What does that blue aura mean? Tell me in the comment section below what that... Oh, does that mean null zone's up? Or force pulse, rather? Anyway, oh my gosh, Jarvan gets caught yet again and gets kicked in the face, and Jace picks up the kill. Oh, this Jarvan, he's feeding. He's feeding. Come on, Jarvan. You're letting your team down. Jace still trying to poke here at this Kassadin, but does not quite land the shock pulse. But it looks like blue team's going to try a 4-man push here at this mid turret, while Renekton's dancing around at top. And it looks like they have the minion waves to do it, and so blue team pushing out here on this turret. Kassadin forced to abort his recall there because he was afraid of them. And there's some nice damage going down on this turret, and this might be yet another. Thresh lands the hook, manages to land it on Lee Sin. but not much damage going down there, and it looks like this turret will be going down here relatively shortly. Karthus has joined the fray, so there's quite a bit of 4v4 situation going on here. Renekton coming in from the side, trying to flank. Meanwhile, at bottom lane, Varus is just farming away. Farming, and he is like 30 CS over this Twitch with that Bloodthirster nearly fully stacked at 13 minutes into the game. That's a little scary. And Jarvan getting caught yet again. Jesus. And I think he's dead. Oh my gosh, Jarvan, stop getting caught. And now blue team will most likely push and get this tier 2 turret here on this mid lane, which is very good. Opens up the map a ton for him. Karthus does get hooked by the Thresh. Leona initiates in, melting the Thresh though almost immediately. Renekton gets kicked out into the middle, gets picked up by the Varus. Twitch manages to pick up Karthus, but Karthus is still doing his job. Kassadin picks up the Lee Sin. Twitch goes down to the Karthus post-mortem. And blue team manages to pick up the ace there. And Jarvan is back up though, so it was just barely an ace, but blue team manages to pick up that tier 2 turret here at this mid lane, which is very good. Opens up the map incredibly so. Drops a ward, allows so much vision. If they dropped it a little bit further up, but it looks like they dropped that just a little while ago. See if they can catch Jarvan on possession. So, Jarvan, quit failing your team. This would be a really good game if you stopped getting caught out of position. Because that's like 4 times now he's gotten caught. Off your game, Jarvan. Off your game. He doesn't even have his Spirit of the Ancient Golem at this late stage in the game. Well, mid-stage of the game. 14 minutes in. It's pretty close to the middle, so he should have one major item already, or a lot of really good items, like Ninja Tabby, Ruby Sidestone, that sort of stuff. Look at all of this vision stuff. Okay, I just want to take a quick peek at the vision here. Purple team has like 3 wards on the map. Blue team has ridiculous amounts of vision. Okay, some people say you burn so much gold, but if you get those Sidestones, holy crap. It makes it so map control is so huge. Being able to know where the team is and capitalizing on catching people out of position, especially part of the reason is it looks like blue team is a pre-made, well, or pretty close to a pre-made, and purple team maybe might not be. I don't know what's going on here, but kind of fun. Blue team is just doing a very good job of roaming and pushing. Renekton manages to push behind the turret and get that tier 1 turret, and now he is backing. We'll see if he gets away here. And look at all this vision here for this blue team. Incredible amounts of vision. It looks like Renekton is falling back there in time for blue team to not catch him. So manages to get a Ruby Sidestone there for Thresh, finally allowing him to assist in controlling the map here. But, you know, it might be a little too late, but we'll see. We will see pink wards going on everywhere, and an Oracle's on this Lee Sin allows him to clear wards like a boss. Like a boss. And looks like blue team might be trying to push here again at this mid lane. The way they're converging on the map, looks like they're going to be trying to push yet again, but maybe trying to steal a blue buff as well. And I think Dragon will be coming back up here relatively shortly. And I think Jarvan might get caught again. Lee Sin just clearing wards all over the map, getting tons of gold from that actually. Almost catches the Thresh out of position, but not quite. His team would have been had a hard time there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Twitch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's the Resonating Strike. Manages to do some nice damage to him. It kicks him back towards his team. Jason lands a nice shock pulse and jumps to him, picking up the Twitch. Nice coordination between those two. Lee Sin gets hooked by the Thresh. Leona all going down there, doing some nice damage, but Kassadin manages to pick up the Lee Sin. And tons of damage going on this purple team. Just Karth is ravaging people, it looked like. There was so much damage there, and 3 people go down for the purple team before 2. Karth's ultimate going down, forcing both of those purple team back. And it looks like they're going to try and push this bottom turret here. Pushing it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. And there's the push. And here comes the minion waves, and they're going to start doing some nice damage. Twitch, Jarvan, and Thresh are all on their way. Kassadin and Renekton are coming up very, very shortly. Kassadin just came up, but it's going to be too late. It's too late to apologize, guys, and your turret's dead. It's too late. So blue team is falling back now. Managing to pick up yet another turret. Gold advantage is now firmly in blue team's favor. Bringing it to just under 8k in their favor. It's pretty high at 17 minutes in. 8k gold advantage, and I think most of that is on the Karthus, Lee Sin, and Varus. Oh my god, they're all just fed. They're all at 6k plus. Except for Leona. That's okay. Pretty ridiculous though. Lee Sin still rocking that Oracle's dancing around here. I'm saying that phrase a lot. I should probably refrain from saying it so much. And pink in the pink wards yet again. Ward fights, gotta love them. And I think that Oracles will be falling off here very shortly. Yep, relatively soon. But he has gotten a lot of gold from it. There's another 30 gold. Caston face checking, manages to catch the Lee Sin there. Jarvan initiating on him. And I think Lee Sin might be dead, but lots of damage. Holy crap, that shock pulse did so much. Caston goes down. Varus manages to pick up the Jarvan, and down goes the Renekton, even though he managed to pick up Lee Sin in the process. Twitch spraying and parrying, hoping to pick up some kills here, but just gets ravaged by the Varus Jace combo here. And I think we're going to see a 20-minute surrender here if this game isn't over by then. But the lanes aren't pushed enough for them to take out this turret, and Thresh is still alive. And, we got 50 seconds until the surrender vote is most likely going to come down, but we will see. Blue team still pushing out here. Got that tier 2 turret there at the bottom lane, and now they're pushing. Leona engaging here on the Thresh, who is just getting melted by these people. This godlike Varus is just killing people left and right, and down goes the tier 3 turret, most likely the inhibitor next. We still got, it's 25 seconds until the, well, I guess it's 30 seconds until the 20-minute mark here, but that's an exposed base. That is very bad for this purple team. Very, very bad. And blue team headed back to base, buying all sorts of stuff. Reverie on the Leona so she can initiate that much more, getting an Oracle so that they can keep maintaining this map control that they've so firmly held for the entirety of this game. And Karthus looks like he's building a little bit of damage now that he has his Rod of Ages built. Needlessly large Rod, getting that hat here. Purple team trying to do some sort of desperate push here at this mid turret. We'll be able to get a tier 1 turret here at this mid lane. There's a Leona ult though, managing to be able to pick up the Renekton, and now they're chasing Caston and should be able to get away with his Rift Walk. But, you know, fun. And it looks like blue team is going to go for the Baron buff. Dropping wards all over the place. Leona checking for wards. Blue team is aware that purple team is converging on this Baron, and looks like we're going to have a fight here. Thresh drops a ward over the wall. Oracles, though, will allow him to clear it. Lee Sin actually jumps over the wall, getting rid of the his smite, but he jumps back over with the W. And Jarvan managed to actually steal it there. And Twitch picks up a triple kill, but goes down in the process.
Double kill.
So well done. Well done. Purple team needed that. And now Thresh and Renekton have a... I kind of want to watch it again. We're going to watch it one more time. So Jarvan flashes over the wall, smites it, Cataclysms, does lots of damage. Twitch coming in from the side. He's doing tons of damage. Thresh ult does make sure that he dies. Karthus ult goes down, forcing the rest of the purple team back.
Double kill.
And with that Baron buff, Renekton and Renekton was not up for that Baron buff. That sucks. So that was kind of cool. We'll see if purple team can do something with it, but the gold advantage is still of almost 10k in blue team's favor, and only one team has the blue buff. Only one team member, and that's the support, who is severely underleveled at level 10. Leona, the closest comparison, is at level 12, even though Lee Sin is also at level 11 because he's been roaming and killing things so much. Varus getting caught a little bit out of position by this Renekton, who is deciding to dive him, but that slow doing so much, and Renekton goes down, underestimating the fact that that slow would absolutely destroy his chances of picking up that Varus. But the turret goes down, so great success. Lee Sin rocking that minion's face with a kick. Just clearing some waves. Jace getting a blue buff here. Sorry, I need some caffeine. It's late when I'm recording this, and I was out partying early here, so Trying to record some more games for you guys, trying to keep the content here flowing at a relatively good pace. Karthus manages to pick up the dragon buff there. Dragon buff, dragon gold. Yay, dragon gold. Gold advantage is still dangerously in blue team's favor. And blue team is roaming here, trying to find something. Pink warding all over the place here, dropping wards left and right. There's a pink ward clearing that one in the base. And it looks like blue team is going for a push. Cassidy is slightly out of position, but he can reposition fairly easily with his high mobility from his ultimate. And it looks like blue team is going to go for a push here. And Leona popping the reveries, but decides to disengage from it. There's the Eclipse, doing some damage to this inhibitor. Thresh lands a nice hook on the Lee Sin. Some nice damage. There's the spray and pay. Karthus flashing in, doing some nice damage. Jarvan does pick up the Lee Sin, but Caston picks up the Jace, and Jace manages, Jace picks up Caston and Jarvan, so blue team still in a strong position, managing to pick up 2 kills for the loss of 1, but Twitch is still up, and blue team is relatively low, but so is Renekton, so. And that inhibitor is down now, which means things are about to get that much worse. Nice Aegis of the Legion into a Lock of Iron Solari there for this Jarvan. Yay. That's what we all need. I forgot they removed Bulwark. I should play more. I forgot all the changes they do, because I haven't been playing as much as I normally do. Just been commentating, but hopefully you guys appreciate it. So, purple team still trying to make a comeback here. Gold advantage is slowly creeping towards that 10k mark in blue team's favor, so. Varus buying a Blade of the Rune King, Jace buying a Black Cleaver and a Mirror Mana. That's going to improve his damage significantly, especially with the Last Whisper. He is just going to eat people alive. Eat them alive. Renekton still dancing around here at this top lane with that Black Cleaver and the Tiamats. He does do a lot of burst, but he isn't as tanky as he needs to be. He should probably get a Spirit Visage or something along those lines. They are AD heavy with the exception of Karthus, so he should probably get maybe a Sunfire Cape or something along those lines. And there's some poke going down on the Kassadin. Lee Sin tries to land up the Sonic Wave there, but does not quite have the range to land it, so. Kassadin just clearing minion waves here, but look at this minion wave. Oh my gosh, it's so big. It looks like purple team is deciding to fall back here to defend just a little bit, but blue team is going to start pushing at this this top turret, and this is going to be yet another turret, and that's going to bring that goal advantage well over that 10k mark. And I think they're going to eat it so fast. Look at it go. I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar. Thresh gets caught a little bit out of position, takes some nice damage, and that might be enough to force him back, actually. Twitch throwing out slows wherever he can, but unable to do as much as he wants, probably. Kassadin still trying to throw out those force pulses to try and pick up some kills, but unable to do what he can. Pick up some kills, more like do some damage. Derp, derp. And Renekton taking some nice poke there from the Varus Karthus combo there with that wall. Lee Sin thinking about engaging there on that Kassadin. And Varus still just throwing out those piercing arrows there, trying to poke at this purple team. Sieging away here, but keep in mind, look at this. You got super minions knocking on this door, and now blue team is most likely going to engage on this next minion wave just because Renekton is not there, even though he does have that Tiamat, so he does clear minion waves fairly quickly. And here comes the engage. Lee Sin just walking up to the turret, trying to slap it around. Varus ultimate going down, managing to catch Kassadin, but Varus looks like he might be able to stay alive just long enough to pick up the Jarvan. Twitch picking up Karthus with the help of Renekton and then the rest of his team, and it's just a slaughter. 2 people going down for both teams, and both teams brought incredibly low, but Varus is still alive. But blue team is most likely forced back because purple team will heal up very quickly. And but they need to keep clearing these minions. Just keep clearing, just keep clearing, just keep clearing. So purple team is desperately trying to hold on here. Gold advantage is only about 9k now. Well, 8.5, but 9.5 in blue team's favor. So we'll see. All it takes is a couple team fights, and purple team might be able to turn this around. But it's going to depend highly on the Twitch Jarvan combos, and Kassadin maybe being able to catch something out of position. But blue team has done a very good job of roaming as a group, Just roaming. And it looks like Thresh is clearing wards like crazy here with his oracles. Trying to maintain some sort of map control here, because there's just so many wards here from this blue side, and they're just gonna keep dropping him. But he will get a nice influx of gold there, more than likely paying for that oracles. So, and round he goes. Finally headed back. As far as items go, we do have a Warden's Mail on the Leona, trying to prevent a lot of that AD damage. Blue team starting up a Baron here. This will be very relevant. I'm not sure if purple team will be able to be there in time. Not quite in there, and it looks like Jarvan's gonna die. Trying to Cataclysm to group them up, but that's most likely the game. Twitch getting caught by the Lee Sin there a little bit. And Cassidy trying to play with this Lee Sin a little bit, but taking quite a bit of damage. Thresh hook going out there, but Twitch gets caught by a Shock Pulse. Thresh manages to pick up the Karthus kill, but I think this is going to be bad news bears for this purple team. And there is an almost ace. Cassidy is still up. He will head back and heal. Looks like they're going to go for this inhibitor and then go for the Nexus turrets, skipping over the rest of those lanes, even though Jace looks like he decided to take it down. Just go for the Nexus turrets. Go for the Nexus turrets. And there's the surrender vote there for the purple team. And that is the game. It was a fun game. I was really rooting for purple team to win a couple team fights there, but it really was dependent on Twitch landing up a spray and pray and that sort of thing, and Renekton just melting them with his ultimate. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you like what you see, hit that like button, favorite, subscribe. You know the drill. If you really like it, share it with your friends. I really do appreciate all of the support. And I'd like to thank you one more time for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.